Welcome, Black. If you guys like what you see here, make sure you share this with your friends, your family, your enemies. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Let's get into the story. And I'm going to get right into this. This is my 10 reasons why, as a foundational Black American, I no longer eat from Asian restaurants. For one, I don't trust the meat. Nah, really, no lie. I don't trust the meat from these places. I mean, and I'm not saying they specifically use dog or cat meat. I'm just saying that in their culture, they known for consuming this type of protein. So because they're known for consuming this type of protein, I wouldn't doubt that one of them one day used pigeon for chicken and cat for steak. I wouldn't doubt that. So, number one on my list is I do not trust the meat. I do not. Number two is I don't feel wanted or respected in the establishment. And I say this because I've been in an Asian restaurant before. I'm not going to specifically name the background because I don't want to target just one specific group of people from this background. I'm just going to say all of them. They have this thing when you come into the establishment, they don't. I'm not being greeted correctly. I'm not being spoke to. Nobody asks me if I need any help. It's almost like they just expect me to come there and buy their product and get the fuck out. So, I never felt wanted or respected in these establishments. Number three, these places are known for violating numerous health codes. And I'm a reader of the newspaper. I read the newspaper daily. And I see a lot of these Asian food restaurants violating all kinds of health codes and statutes of the state where, a few of them had to shut down for a week or so just to get back on code. And the things that you read, I mean, roast droppings, rat droppings, raw meat left out for a long time. I mean, the kind of stuff that you read, you have to be stupid to continue eating this food. Number four, the funds from this establishment doesn't benefit the community it's located in. Yeah, usually when I go to one of these Asian restaurants, it's in a predominantly Black neighborhood. And the surroundings of this restaurant are so janky. I mean, you don't even feel safe standing outside. And the reason I say that this is an issue with the restaurant at hand, because whatever resources they make from these restaurants, they don't put them back into the community that they are in to change the face of the community, help things out, put resources in the community to where it's not deprived, to where it's not a place where somebody will make you take off your Jordans and rob you while you waiting on an egg roll, So they collect those funds and take it back to their community. and spend it in their community, and they can give a damn what happened around the community where they located in, as long as you come in spending money. That's it. So those are one of my issues as well. Um, Number 5, this same community spearheaded an anti-black campaign against black Americans with this whole Stop Asian Hate thing. And just with that alone, I mean, the work they had to put into that, getting on code, backing each other's narrative, just to say that it was solely black Americans torturing them, when that was very far from the truth. When a lot of those things were staged, where they predominantly get harassed by the dominant society, to be honest. And we all know that. We see numerous of stories where, you know, you have your person of Asian background harassed by a PC individual. So just that narrative alone is just a bold-faced lie. That's one of my reasons as well. Number 6, we have a history of holding this community down. I mean, the history that black Americans took part in, helping a lot of these communities in their home countries. I mean, let's not even talk about here. In their home countries, the Philippines, things of that nature, Japan, Korea. I mean, you had black Americans doing things against U.S. law and against their code of being in the military, which would get them kicked out of the military or even arrested for war crimes. These people in their own homeland. And when these people came here, we patronized their business. We watched their movies. We did everything to lift them up. And not only is not receptacle, they don't return that same energy. Man, they show how much disdain they have for us by getting behind a lot of these fraudulent movements and their speech and rhetoric and action, how they treat us in their stores and they restaurants. So that was another one of my reasons. We have a history of looking out for them, and I'm just tired of it. I'm just tired of looking out for these group of people who don't have the same interests. Number 7, every chance they get, they show us whose side they really on. And this got a lot to do with, a lot of the riots where they felt like they was being terrorized, knowing the history of white supremacy, knowing what led to those riots with Rodney King and things of that nature. And you got Liang and all his same community get behind him, knowing all the evidence behind that. I mean, when they got a chance to on Earth scale, on the planet scale, in front of the public scale, they showed us who they was really down with, and it's not us. It's not us. So that's another reason why I don't patronize their businesses. Number 8, the food usually isn't that good. And I'm not saying this to denigrate this community's food, but you go to a lot of these places and you spend your money on some of this Oriental cuisine, it usually isn't that good. I mean, as far as I go, being the chef that I am, I never really patronized these places once. I grew into my grassroots spirituality, blackism. Um, I just stopped going, and whatever I liked, I just make at home. Rather it was orange chicken, Szechuan chicken, or sushi or whatever. I just do it myself because I know what's in it, and I just can make it taste better. And number 9, this is the same community that's running the massage parlor bracket in majority black communities. And I put that talking point up there because it's obvious that, it's some fishy stuff going on behind a lot of these massage parlors. But this is the same community that will promote this in our community and turn around and call us a bunch of prostitutes and pimps and thugs and gangsters. So, seeing that they have this whole criminal ring going on in our communities, it just showed that they really don't care for us as a people, because you don't see a lot of these things going on in neighborhoods where the dominant society are located. You don't, because they'll shut these things down in one day, and they have, and the story is stating so. And number 10, they themselves don't eat the food they serve. And that talking point is really deep, because I never really see this community consuming the same food that they're willing to sell us. Never. I never see them eating this food. Yeah, you got to have decorum at work and don't eat in front of the customer. But people get hungry. And some of these kitchens you can see, but you never, ever, ever seen these same group of people that's selling this food eating the same food that they're selling to you to eat. You never see it. And there's a reason behind that. It's because they won't eat that crap. They won't eat that shit. Because it's just made and sold for your black ass. So you could die of high cholesterol. You could die of high blood pressure. You could die from heart attacks and stroke. So those are my 10 reasons why, as a foundational black American, I do not patronize or buy food from Asian restaurants. Thank you for listening. Have a good night. I want to thank you all for listening to my rant. Stay black, stay on code, and stay protected. Until the next video.